G'day guys, welcome to today's tutorial. Today we are talking about the rope skull crusher off the bench. Fantastic exercise to change the stimulus up and work in a far probably more productive line of pull when it comes to activating our triceps. So I highly recommend this exercise. First thing, when it comes to setting up for this particular exercise, what I would suggest is go up one rung. What you might find is on the bottom rung, because of the rope height, when you are going all the way down, okay, you might hit the rack on a regular basis. So I suggest one clip up, if not two. All right, team, so let's talk about why our line of pull is important for our triceps, and then we can also talk about why this is a bit different and exposes our tricep a little bit better. Our line of pull is the way in which we lift the weight. Okay, so think of it this way. If the weight is in my hand and I'm coming up, I want that nice straight line of pull to be in line with my wrist joint to my elbow joint to my shoulder joint, and we're working straight up and down. What we don't want to occur is our arms to be going out or inside that line of pull, and the reason being is because of overuse and overloading particular sections of the elbow. So you find a lot of people struggle with elbow pain on the inside of the outside, and that can come from, except for obviously tennis elbow where the force is traveling through the inside, and then golfers on the outside. But when it comes to weightlifting, you can 9 times out of 10 guarantee that the person's bicep curling like this, or their tricep pushing down in like this, and it's causing an overload over a long period of time on the inside of the outside of the shoulder, which is why we want to make sure that we are traveling in nice straight lines when it comes to this exercise. Now, why is this exercise a little different and attacks the tricep in a different way? Well, it's about our hand position now. So most push down exercises or most skull crush exercises are in a bar, or obviously if we're going off the ground with a barbell as well, or a bar handle. This very much mimics our dumbbell tricep skull crusher, and that we are in a neutral position. So our neutral hand position is like this. We also know that this is supinated and this is pronated. So when you are doing the rope, your hands are in a neutral position, which is going to stimulate your triceps and activate them really, really well. Okay, so let's describe our setup. Obviously, when we're setting up, we want one clip up because of the range of motion and being able to go all the way down, all the way up. When it comes to setting up for a skull crusher, it is exactly like we would for a bench press. We're going to create our thoracic extension and think about pulling our shoulder blades back and down. For those who don't know about our bench press setup, by all means, travel across and watch that short film now, or a little bit later if you want to finish the end of this. Okay, so we're going to start with our feet underneath our backside. We're going to be creating our thoracic extension, pushing our heels down. Why this is important is that what we are starting to think about doing is pulling our shoulder blades back and down, which is going to create that arch. Now, why would we do that for a skull crusher? Because what we are trying to achieve is to create an anchor point through our shoulders and create as much stability as possible, because with stability comes tension, and then it's all about execution after that. So why is that? Why do we need to create an anchor point through our shoulders when we're doing a triceps? Well, what we know is that our triceps go over 2 joints and they actually end up into our shoulder blades. So we need to create an anchor point here in order to gauge the most amount of tricep activation via creating a hinge pattern, which is just like a door hinge, okay? Just like so. To occur to stimulate these to grow and do most of the work. Okay, so what I'm looking to do is create thoracic extension by pulling our shoulder blades back and down, which is create an anchor point through our shoulder blades. From here with my hands, I'm looking to create a nice straight line of pull. Now, in order to do that, I'm looking to turn my elbows into the midline and bring the inside of my elbow to the inside of my midline. So instead of coming out and having the elbows flaring out, we are looking to bring them in and rotate in. Now you're going to feel your chest activate a little bit, and also you're going to have your lats turn on a little bit more. So elbows in, straight hands, up and down like so. Okay, that's how we want to execute our lift. Now, again, with the rope and holding onto the rope, we're actually going to pull the rope apart slightly, because if we travel in which the line of the rope is, you can see that my shoulder width is probably a little bit bigger than how close these two are right now. Okay, oh God, if I can pick them up. Okay, so if I'm traveling this line, you can guarantee that I'm traveling on the inside of my shoulders and therefore potentially targeting the inside of my elbows a great deal more. So what I'm looking to do here is I'm actually going to pull these apart. Now, it's not very graceful to get into, so I apologise for that right now, but okay, we're in. So what we are looking to do is pull our shoulder blades back and down, set ourselves up in thoracic extension, create our anchor point through our shoulders. From here, we're going to bring these elbows in, press right up. All right, make sure our line of pull is nice and straight by pulling the rope apart and lining up our elbow, our wrist and our shoulder joint, or our wrist, elbow, shoulder joint, and going up and down like so. And this is how we want to be targeting our triceps when doing a rope tricep skull crusher off the cables. And that there, team, is how you want to go about doing that particular exercise. I hope you picked up something in today's tutorial.